That was a good
That was a good
reference.
one. I actually did enjoy that. Anyways, hello everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Katabasas. Where
I have my Taco Cat shirt on. We are ready to rumble.
we are absolutely ready to rumble tumble into the downtime session of, the second mystery.
Yippee!
We just destroyed the face of Dr. Death. She is dead on the ground, bleeding out. Actually,
Yeah.
she is
Thanks to a
currently
certain
bleeding out.
someone.
Thanks to a very special someone. Anyways, before that though, I'm going to go ahead and read you guys the recap. I don't want to read the recap.
Can we
but
get
here
the
we
music
go.
in here?
Oh, that's right. I'm so slow.
And
Hold on.
where is...
I'm putting this
Okay,
music
those
on.
are my drugs.
I'm putting this music on.
Prescription
Wow.
drugs, I should mention.
Yeah. Might have wanted to mention that first.
All right.
Oopsie daisies.
With our prescription drugs in hand and a will to live, ride or die, heaven or hell.
I don't know about that second one, Chief.
Fight. Let's see. Recap. All right. Here's the recap.
We kept any caps.
Let's do it.
As the intercom blared with the sudden news of imminent danger, Alex Jackson Ever followed the scientist to a room filled goodness. Gonna have to restart that. Alex Jackson Ever followed the scientist to a room filled with them. There they interrogated the information on where Dr. Death is located, asking they shall receive, and they were told that Dr. Death will be located on the opposite side of the building with an observant eye. Oh goodness, there's a comma there. I am bad at writing. With an observant eye from Jax, he read the recent logs on a nearby terminal, stuff that happened the week prior, and a detailed plan of what would happen next. With a new determination, the group charged their way through the facility. Vance, Ernest, and Rory had finished dealing with their current threat as they pushed forward, seemingly getting closer to their goal. The only problem were the current threats blocking their path. Once they dealt with them, they pushed forwards, but Ernest had a familiar feeling, and something he needed to do. He split from the group, following the same spirit in the hospital he saw earlier in the week. Vance, with a forceful grip, exclaimed that it wasn't safe to split. Ernest, with conviction, pushed him off, and pursued the spirit.
You are cutting out, sir.
Eh?
It might be on your end. He's fine.
Asher?
Yeah.
I think this is it.
That's on your end, Damien.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You interrupted me at the right time because I'm just hit the new paragraph. Anyways, we'll cut that out. The spirit locked him in a room with an order to push the button. As that was happening, the pursuing Rory and Vance pushed their way through to find the full figure of Dr. Death. It was then that Ernest fought the spirit as it forced him to press the said button. Though he resisted to an extent, he ultimately pressed the button, which caused the door to shut with a quick motion. Vance, seeing this, pushed Rory away from the door, locking him in the room as the room filled with gas. It was then that the standoff began. As gas leaked into the room, Dr. Death procured a gas mask from a nearby guard who was used as a human shield against Vance's shots. But Dr. Death warned that unless they both want to die, to not fire another shot. Deducing this information, Vance can gather that this combination of gas was flammable. Time passed as Ernest found the button to vent the gas out of the room, but that would take some time. As the time passed, Vance and Dr. Death wrestled for control within the horrible smog until a mishap ripped off Vance's mask, exposing him to the elements. Now with a timer to his ultimate demise, he needed to act quick. In the other room, Jax arranged an idea and told the others to leave the room as he busted down the glass window and climbed into the room wearing his gas mask. Together, Jax and Vance worked together to subdue Dr. Death and remove her mask. She was then forced by Vance to show him where the antidote is. Not wanting to die a painful death, she led them to the stash of antidote masks where both Vance and Dr. Death is cured as the gas within the room begins to subside. Vance led Dr. Death in handcuffs out of the room before shooting her in the head to end the nightmarish turn of events once and for all. The hunters have fought Dr. Death and have contained the last remnants of the synthesis gas. Though this was a victory for some, for others, things might have gotten a little heated between the hunters. Am I still cutting out for you, Damien?
Well, you're there now.
You're on my phone now, but oh my god.
It's so bad that you're still going on.
Yeah.
There it goes.
There it goes. Okay, so we can hear you better now. My iPad was having a stroke.
Goodness. Okay. All right.
iPad moment.
iPad kids over here. Look at these iPad kids.
Yeah,
Alright. Leave on your phone. We'll be right back. 1 sec.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, yo.
Hello.
How do we sound?
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I gotta get in the mood. I wasn't in the mood. I just took a shower, and that shower relaxed me a bit too much. I gotta become active and exercise my voice, which I forgot to do. And that's gonna start off with the fact that what did you guys do again after the events? Did you guys head back to the library? Like, what happened after the leaving of the facility?
I don't think anything. We just kind of left off, right?
Yeah, we just sort of just left off like there. Though we can afford a time skip. A little bit of a time skip. We'll go for the next morning. So I assume by meaning that everyone would probably be back at their apartments, back at the library if they lived there. Vance to his office, Alex to his house.
Alex would probably have stayed at the station overnight, preparing for the funeral, the federal funeral.
Oh, okay.
Everett would have taken Ernest back to the library, and then it was up to him if he wanted to go home.
He would want to stay at the library for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
She would probably make him dinner and stuff, and Naomi too. Make sure he was all right.
Yeah. Okay. I assume Rory is also at the library as well, unless stated
Probably.
otherwise. Yeah. Okay. And Jax, what about you? What you up to, Jax?
Just kind of chilling at home.
Okay. Well, I guess if that's the case, then we will go ahead and continue to the next morning. Now, unfortunately, Ernest, it's a school day.
Oh.
Boom, boom.
You say that like I also don't go to school.
You're a senior. That's different.
You have senior
yeah,
privilege.
Delinquents together.
Hell yeah.
You have the senior privilege of high school. You in theory, seniors don't go to school anymore. Because for how many times they skip days.
I was in the middle of the pandemic, so I had reason.
Hey, same.
Fair. Anyways, there's no pandemic happening yet in Katabasis, so here we go.
Well, it's not gonna be for another like 20-some years. It's fun.
You don't know. I can speed things along pretty fast.
No, we stopped Dr. Death. No more
Yeah,
pandemic.
exactly.
No.
Yeah, we stopped. Yeah, you guys stopped the pandemic, guys. You guys stopped it.
Yeah, we stopped a nuclear pandemic of all things.
You stopped people from blowing up. Congratulations.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just start. The morning starts off with a radio. And guess what, guys? It's the radio guy NPC that you guys wanted me to make.
Yeah.
Yay!
The radio guy
The
NPC.
radio guy NPC.
The radio
Alright.
guy?
Yep, here he comes. He's coming out. Oh boy.
Serious.
I just gotta figure out what to say.
Good morning, tri-state area.
Good morning, tri-state area.
This is not the tri-state area.
This is not the tri-state area.
I don't know what the 3 states are in the tri-state area. I don't know what that means.
It's
Is it?
I believe it's Maryland, New York, and Massachusetts. I believe.
Do you mean there's the other tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. There's 2 tri-state areas. New York is in both of them.
I can't wait for the tri-state area of Illinois, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
Woo!
Just the top 3
What?
states. I don't know.
Pennsylvania is
No, I'm saying-
close
No, I'm saying
to the
like
top of the United States.
no. Pennsylvania is on the you know.
It has a tiny, tiny border with fucking there.
Anyways, enough of the jokes. I gotta figure out what to say. All right. I didn't figure out a radio channel name for the Galloway radio channel, Radio Shack.
Oh, there you go.
The Galloway Radio
Sounds
Shack.
like you had a name.
The
Galloway
guy-
Radio Chat.
The Galloway.
Yeah.
All right.
You did it.
All right. There we go. Okay.
Completely on accident, but you did it.
Galloway Radio Shack. All right. I have to write that down for later. All right.
Wait, where's... There it is. You, come here.
Ayo, everybody. My name is Mark
Oh,
Hello, everybody. My name is Mark. Welcome to the Galloway
Good morning,
Radio.
Galloway. My name.
And welcome back to Monster of the Week.
Back to the Galloway radio station.
Welcome back to the Galloway Radio Station.
Today we got a little bit of an interesting
Zap, zap, zap,
Dude,
zap, zap, zap.
shut the fuck up! Let the speak!
I want to listen to the radio.
I forgot his name already. I had a good name. Okay, yeah, I had a good name. Okay, yeah. Because radio hosts don't really say their last names, so I just have to think of a first name.
They don't?
Not
my
really.
area do.
Not the radio station that I listen
not
to
the
doesn't.
Galloway, not the Galloway one.
Not the Galloway one.
Galloway.
Yeah, it's a tourist town. Everyone knows. All the people know who this guy is pretty much at this point, other than the tourists.
Alright.
That's part of the charm. Hello, good morning, Galloway. My name is Daniel, and welcome back to the Galloway Radio Shack, where today we're going to talk about some interesting news before we get into those hot tunes. Now, this last week was a bit of a doozy for the Main Street fun. Well, apparently it's been covered that this last week a gas leak has unfortunately taken the lives of of the inhabitants of the Roasted Bean Cafe shop right off of Main Street. Unfortunately that road has been closed for the time being, and the losses suffered during that gas leak, they will be missed. Rip Bozo.
Oh, don't rip Bozo on the radio.
Okay.
That is also not slang that is invented yet.
Exactly. That's why I'm cutting.
Yeah.
That's why I'm cutting that part out, because that was insensitive.
Insensitive to the people you created.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
insensitive to
respect
fake
all
people.
those I
Insensitive
create,
to the NPCs you killed.
No, you don't. Israel. Israel.
and he
Oh,
has a
shit,
special
you're
place
right
in my
there.
heart. He is my boy. Anyways, you don't know him yet.
I can torture him however I want.
Anyways, dang it, this is falling apart so badly. I need upbeat music.
Oh yeah, well, play something that the Galloway Radio Shack would play.
Hot cross buns.
No. Played by a 6-year-old on a recorder.
Okay, we're gonna collect back.
like I did in elementary school.
Anyways,
I think most of us did.
I was a recorder maniac.
All
I
right.
bought my own like
Wait, that's good.
recorder how-to book.
We also have more news that there has been what seems to be a shootout occur in the abandoned train yard. Now, I want to warn everyone to be careful out in these streets because, well, they are pretty dangerous. But, I'd make sure you guys have fun and try not to bring the hate anywhere you go, guys. Come on, it's just that easy. Just don't bring the hate, and then everything will be fine. Well, there are accidents like the gas leak, like I said earlier, but, that was just poor infrastructure, I was trying to get on Mayor Todd for that, but, he's a busy man. But anyways, enough of the chit-chat and the political stuff, because politics weren't this bad back then. I really should cut that out. I'm really tired, as you can tell. I'll get into it. I'll get into it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get used to it. Hold on. Anyways, back to the tunes. Wonderwall plays.
Yeah. No.
Only for it to get shut off by Felix in the library.
Felix hates that fucking song.
Oh, why did you do that? It sounded delightful.
It may have come out about a year ago, but it's still overplayed. And he goes back to working on what looks to be with his one arm. That one arm still in the cast from the incident a while back. He is working what looks to be he looks to be building a series of computers around his desk as he works.
Just getting that.
That's his new little hobby he has at this point.
Just getting that pro gamer setup right now.
Getting that pro window, those pro Windows 95s. As he works on that, Mrs. Overbrook is also downstairs in the basement, working on getting some books into a box, and I guess everyone just sort of, those there are just around. Naomi is just sitting on the chair. There's like a chair in the corner, like sitting on a chair, and like has there's a pile of books next to it. She just tiredly goes over and just grabs some books, puts it in her backpack, and then slings it over her shoulder. Ernest, you don't have your backpack for school, and that's a little bit of a problem.
He like kind of rubs his eyes. Okay. Hey Naomi.
Yeah.
Wait, one question. Is my house on the way to the school or away from school?
Oh, it's away from school.
I'm gonna catch up with you in a bit. I gotta pick up my backpack. It's still at my house, so.
You sure you can make it to school on time then?
I can try. If you think you can, try to have the teacher stalled from taking attendance.
Sure, I guess. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I'll be with you in just a minute.
Okay.
He's gonna jog out of the room.
Have a good day at school.
How is Rory getting ready for school?
She would probably just skate over there.
Okay. Eventually, Ernest is a little late, but you watch as, Naomi leaves to go to school. Ernest leaves to get his backpack. Rory just gathers her things, goes upstairs, and skates away. You are just left in the basement, and it's a pretty comfortable basement. You've been here for a couple weeks now, and it pretty much has everything you need. Granted, you don't really need anything. You are content with what you have.
Yep.
And
Very.
Felix doesn't really seem to... Felix, though intrigued by your design, doesn't really talk to you much. Granted, he doesn't talk to anybody much. And Mrs. Overbrook, she's working hard, and every once in a while you help clean up, you help do whatever.
Probably often.
Often, yes. And there are times too where you two crochet.
Knit, crochet, anything else that's
A nice
grandma-y.
little in between that a little hobby that Mrs. Overbrook and you like to do in this basement, because other than that there's nothing much to do other than manage the library. And today is just like one of those days, and I guess sometime later Felix just needs to get some things from the store and goes up and out of the library itself. And Mrs. Overbrook and you, Ever, are sitting in there's 2 rocking chairs in the basement, and you two are sitting in them, and you guys are knitting, and you guys are just rocking and swaying on these chairs. And when you guys do this, Mrs. Overbrook is also not much of a talker, though at this moment she brings up a conversation. So, Ever.
Yes?
You say you're from how long ago?
Well, I was constructed in 1890.
Oh. Yeah, you're much older than me then.
Though I don't have the same experience.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but, born in 1905, it's been a long time, and, well, I'm getting old, and I'm pretty much the only old woman here. At this point, I'm older than most people here in this town, and, well, until you came along, that's sort of just how they were. I was the elder. Everyone came to me for advice, It always, brings me joy when those who need help ask. But, I've been stumped on a question for a while now. And though you might not have any experience like I have, you being older than me, I want to garner advice from you.
I'll help if I can.
Unlike you, I will die.
Oh.
And it's been harder to, every now and again, to come to grips with that. I am not afraid to die. I'm just afraid of my legacy being lost. Which is why I protect this library full of secrets. And I am glad though to have Felix, since he was a lad, to help. But I'm just scared.
Well, I suppose I sort of have died. I was inactive for a very long time. I can tell you it was peaceful. I wasn't afraid at all.
She sort of nods and just looks down at the at her old wrinkled hands as she knits the thing, and she goes, "After the things I've done, I'm not sure there will be peace for me."
Oh,
Wait, what did she say?
Holy, huh?
what? Old lady did war crime.
Oh, war crimes is the
Wait, what?
librarian committed.
She said, with the things I've done, I can't guarantee there'll be peace for me.
Oh!
Old lady has killed people.
I
Damn,
accept.
it's
What
over.
will do?
On the Axis.
Shut up!
I was in Germany, 1939.
Oh no.
She says, "After my husband died, I'm sort of lost, so I just don't know what to do anymore."
Well, you're doing something right now. You're knitting.
But someday these old hands won't knit no more.
Perhaps you can teach others to knit then.
But is my legacy that I leave behind knitting? I don't think
If you
so.
want it.
I see how you care for the younger ones here.
I do.
Whoever made you had a kind soul.
I like to believe that, yes.
She sort of swallows as a little bit of a small bit of tears in her wells up in her eyes, maybe a little bit. I'm sorry to bring this hard topic up here.
Not at all.
I just needed someone to talk to that wasn't Felix, 'cause, well, he'd worry. And I don't want him to feel the weight of it.
I can't promise I'll always have words to say that would be helpful, but I can have a shoulder to lean on. They're very sturdy.
She sort of looks at your cracked face a little bit.
She would have healed it by now.
She would have healed it by now, yeah.
Yeah.
Nose to the grindstone. Literally.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure how you fix porcelain.
Magic. I have a move for it.
Oh, that's right. Magic. You're right. Magic exists. Therefore, it fixes
Yeah.
all the problems. Why is there world hunger then still in a world full of magic?
Because none of people know about magic.
That's right. A+ for Jace. Man, there's so many things to cut out in this video. I guess there are. I just felt like I've been too silent for too long, that's all.
There's always time to start speaking.
Well, we have a couple hours until someone arrives back. I want to tell you about my late husband, if you don't mind.
By all means.
Now, do you guys want to hear the story or not hear the story and skip us and like move out of this scene to a different
I
scene?
wanna
Hear
hear
the
it.
story.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay.
Why would you even
Uh,
give us that option?
Because because I'm thinking of it like a TV show where they say, "Oh, let's continue the conversation as it fades away and continue to another scene," you know.
Tell it. This
No,
sounds
fuck
important.
This conversation.
All right.
So if fucking people watching don't want to hear it, they can just fucking double tap it and go
Skip
10 seconds.
to this timestamp to skip the conversation.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't fucking know. No, they can do it manually.
It's like, no, fuck you. You're not figuring out the easy way. We're not even gonna have the recently played
More stuff cut out.
Fuck. Sorry.
We can leave little bits of our conversation in. That's kind of the
I
fun
know.
of-
It's just
Yeah.
fucking fun.
I know. Yeah, it's fun. Just not the. I can't say that again, or else we're gonna have to cut this part of it.
Yeah,
out.
there's certain things you have to cut out. But like,
Okay.
Okay, let's
get
hear
back
the
in on
story.
track then.
story time.
My husband was a very peculiar man. Funnily enough, I actually met him in England at the time. The year was 1940? During World War II. Let's call it that. And he was a part of the Navy. He was a sailor. And, but she sort of pauses, but then goes on to say, as peculiar of a man he was, he always had his secrets, and I had mine at the time. And when I met him, it was difficult because it was almost as if it was love at first sight. And when he left to fight the wars in Germany across the sea, I just sort of once again felt alone like I am now. But when he came back, it was joyous, though then his secrets started to be revealed to me over time, as had mine, and we turned out to be more similar than we had more similarities than we did our differences. And one day, people came looking for him, people he didn't want in his life anymore, and they nearly took him. Nearly. I was standing on the front porch with a shotgun when they came.
Oh.
Jesus, she's packing heat.
Chased them off the lawn, saved my well, at then he wasn't we weren't married at that time, but I think from there it became evidence that we would soon, and we did. And well, where I managed to escape my past, he couldn't escape his. He was killed. Not by the same men, but... She sort of pauses once again. He was so stubborn and super... He was goofy. He made the whole room smile. And it's strange, because each time She pauses once again. I guess each time, when I'm most reminded of him most is when Vance is around. They're sort of similar in that way. And she sort of reaches over to like a part of the bookshelf. You hear a noise, and she pulls out what looks to be a paper, a old photograph of what you can see from when she's pulling it up is an old picture of her standing next to someone. She sort of unfolds it, and as she unfolds it, what is seen, and she shows it to you, what is seen on this image here is a much younger Mrs. Overbrook. She looks pretty good for her age at that time. And next to her is a nicely dressed Navy sailor from ye olden times. And the most peculiar thing about this image is that he's wearing a mask.
You're gonna say that.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
what kind of mask we talking about?
You're not in the scene. You
A
can't
mask?
Right.
Oh shit.
This mask.
Oh yeah. Fucking shit.
This is a mask, a humanoid mask, detailed with these flowers that sort of stem, that these like little ripples that look like petals and stuff like that, with this ornate design to it. And she sort of looks at it and goes, "There's my William Overbrook."
You seem very happy together.
She nods. "Soon I will meet with him once again. My jolly sailor bold." And we're gonna end that scene there.
I'm crying about the librarian now.
I really hope you guys got that reaction, got that reference that I've made.
Oh, yeah, you played Jolly Sailor Bowl for after.
Anyways,
Man.
who wants to go to school?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's have a school scene.
Yeah.
All right, it's been a while since we've had a school scene, and how am I gonna start this off? How would you guys go to school? Like, describe like our really funny guys. Like, how does Ernest and how does Rory get to school, and like what's their entrance? How do they enter?
So how Ernest would run in is like not even. Well, yeah, he's the. Normally he's generally pretty chill because he's a good studious boy and he walks in on class most of the time on time. But this time he's like legging it. He's like, fuck. He's like, his bag is like on his like one shoulder and he's like trying to get to class. Once he gets inside the halls, he kind of like starts speed walking rather than running because you don't run in the halls. And he kind of like is like, which? Oh yeah, I gotta get to my first period.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He kind of like is like looking around, and then once he gets to the hallway, you see him kind of like skid for a second, and then kind of like just stop and like get super chill. It's almost like what's his name from Far Cry 6?
Dante, Virgil? I don't know.
That is
Far Cry. That is a wrong
That is
I was thinking of
stupid
Devil.
one.
I was
The one
thinking
where
of
he goes, "I was joking."
Or what's that?
I know the actors, like, I know it's Giancarlo. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about Giancarlo in that one scene where he suddenly like crying,
Alright.
like, and he's
Or
like,
was I?
"Ah,"
Or was I?
and then his face just kind of goes neutral.
Okay. So he makes it to class.
Mm,
Actually, we're gonna pull it back to the
He-
future, and
he-
while you're running through the classroom, you hear the bells ring, and you're in the middle of an empty hallway as you're trying to get to class. And around the corner steps in the principal, sort of folds his arms.
Womp womp.
Mr. Markle, was it? I think you're late.
yeah.
I'm gonna be a few seconds late. I'm off the hook.
I'm just I'm just trying to get to class, you know.
Well, if you need
The
anything,
hacks.
health-wise, be sure to call someone.
Hmm.
Now scram.
Right.
And
I
you-
feel like I'm in
Right.
an opening to Stranger Things or something.
to the audience who doesn't know, I have just put Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Eager. Seeger? Or what? I don't know. Seeger. I cannot pronounce. It's a guy. We all know this. We all know this song, but we never know the guy. Anyways.
Yeah.
I know the guy.
Well, yeah, because
I know the guy too.
I don't.
We all are
therefore,
nerds.
I don't. Therefore, everyone else doesn't. I'm joking.
Fucking nerd.
Anyway.
But yeah, Ernest is just like, thanks, principal. You know, I know you always got my back, so.
Now, Rory would have already been there, I guess, before being late.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I know that because you two are different grades, there's no way in how you're gonna be able to be in the same class together. Unless it's
Well,
lunchtime.
I mean, there's different extra. Meh. It depends. I mean, like your normal stuff, like your science and your maths, maybe, but then there's other stuff, or they might be.
Okay.
It would depend on what other classes they'd be taking.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But, you know what? I think it would be one of these elective type classes. I'm not sure what it would be. But, it would be one of those where, Ernest, as you get back into class, you see, of course, Naomi and Rory sitting in the back seat, in the back corner. Because I think Rory deserves the back corner.
Oh yeah.
And then Ernest, where is your seat? Like, can you name it battleship style?
Oh.
Like E6?
How many rows back and how many?
No, I know how it works. I'm trying to like think.
I'm just asking for like actually like a grid.
The
B2.
actual- B2, got it. Okay. It doesn't matter, because you'll sit in your seat, and school will begin. Now, first off is announcements. There will be I think what happened is that you walked into this classroom and you saw that they were already talking about the upcoming Halloween party, the town-wide Halloween party on the campus of both the high school and the college. That's further away, but you know, it's in between. And from that event, you get the following details from the teacher. And that is, of course, anyone in town can come. It's gonna be after trick or treating, or during the trick or treating hours. It's like an open party type thing where it's like you can come and go whenever you want. the safety, of course, of being, you know, in a public space and being careful when there are other people around, as well as the next curriculum for the next couple of weeks as a little side thing. And of course, Naomi sort of just, I think Naomi does sit next to you, if we recall from the Banshee.
Yeah,
Banshee art from a while ago. She sits pretty close by, if not actually, yeah, that's right. She was sat next to him. And this is what happened. And she sort of just goes like, "Psst, hey.
Yeah.
Did you decide on a costume yet?
Yeah, I did.
What you going as?"
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that actually would work out really well, actually. I'm probably gonna be going as just a standard witch, because why not?
Oh, that's nice. You can never go wrong with the classics.
I want to ask Rory what she's gonna be for Halloween, but she's in the back. They can't really talk to her without, you know, interrupting the class or the teacher.
Hold on, I think I got something.
Talking pretty loud already, actually.
Hold on, don't worry. I have a plan. Yo, Rory, what are you gonna dress up as?
No. I don't know if I should magic or do this simply.
Dress up as your mother.
No. Oh!
Yo, mother!
Your mama.
Maybe not a good joke to make in front of Naomi.
Oh.
Hope nobody goes as a banshee for Halloween.
Oh,
It already sucks. Oh yeah, I forgot the lore piece of advice. Because it's fall. It's been a little windy out, and we all know what happens in Galloway with high winds. It sounds because of the echo chamber of the mountains and the river and the lake. It makes it sound like the wind is screaming like a banshee.
Oh, poor
Naomi.
Naomi.
Ooh.
But yeah, Ernest like rips out a sheet of his notebook and kind of like writes in it and like writes in like, "Hey Rory, what are you dressing up as for Halloween?" And he kind of like folds it up, and he kind of like he raises his hand real quick, putting away like the paper.
Like raise his hand to the class, like to the teacher.
Yeah, to the teacher. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Markle.
May I use the bathroom real quick?
Sure. Yes. Go ahead. Just take the hall pass. That's all. What do you do?
I don't know how you're going to get to the back of the room.
Take the long way.
Oh shit! I realized that's not how like a lot of my I forgot this isn't like how my school works. A lot of our tables were actually towards the back of the class, so shit.
Maybe
Alright,
it is
all of
in
our
this
doors were
instance, and you can just do that anyway.
Yeah, he's just gonna take the long way and then kind of like set the note on Rory's desk.
Subtle.
Like very much like a here, take it.
Oh.
And then he goes around and takes like he like looks around. He's like, "Where's the hallway?" Oh, here. He kind of like picks up the hallway pass. I got it. And he leaves.
Naomi laughs a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a big laugh, but like a small chuckle because it's funny.
Yeah, just
Because she fully knows that you could just telepathically tell Rory, and then goes back. But you did.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
You did the normal thing, and
Like,
that's why
can
she's
I
laughing.
magic this? And I was like, no, I'm doing this the. I'm doing this the other way. I'm doing this the traditional way.
What you do is, because you don't actually have to use the restroom, you just stand outside in the hallway for the reasonable amount of time that you should be in the bathroom before coming back inside.
Yeah.
During which,
Yep.
Rory, what do you do with paper on your desk?
I fucking read it, I guess.
What does it say?
They're just
Teacher, when he realizes that notes are being passed in class, just fucking.
Ernest, what did you write down?
So it says like it has. First of all, it has like all of those like 3D S's. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Oh
talking
my
about with the fucking
Yep.
S that everybody knows how to draw.
Cool.
Mhm.
And then he just writes, and he has like, "Hey Rory, what are you dressing up as for Halloween?" And he has like a pumpkin with like a smile on it and stuff like that.
The two
That's so
S's
cute.
dressing and the S in as are both awful S's.
Yeah, it'll do that.
She's gonna pocket it. She's just gonna hold on to it. It's not gonna
Oh,
pass
okay.
it back over.
Can't answer you.
Yeah, I can't answer you.
When he walks back in, he kind of like just goes straight to his seat and then kind of looks at Rory. Of course, giving back the hall pass.
Mhm. Yeah, Rory
Yeah.
has the paper,
And
and
he
she's
kinda
not
looks
giving it back. I'm not
over
sure
at
what's gonna
Rory and
happen
he's
from
like-
now on.
Yeah, fucking,
He like looks at him
they'll,
and
they'll give you the answer later. They'll give you
We
the
all know
answer
what the
later.
answer's gonna be. It's gonna be a wolf.
Ernest,
Oh.
you got cheated out of a paper.
Yeah, thank you for the free paper. It's gonna turn to a fucking paper airplane.
oh man,
Nice.
Miami sort of whispers back to you, Ernest, and she just
he
goes,
kind of like,
I think she's gonna tell us later. Hopefully. Anyways, I want
probably.
I really hope it's like funny. I really hope that her mean demeanor isn't like mean, like a mean costume. That was a strange sentence that I said. I'm gonna stop.
Sure,
now.
they'll have something funny. No, it isn't strange. You're fine. We all trip over our words at least once.
As class continues,
Yeah, he would go back to his studious activities.
to his studious activities. What else can I do?
Studious activities.
Minutes pass by, and soon, eventually, the bell rings, and everyone is switching periods, and everyone's in the hallway, and that's probably that's probably your best chance to actually meeting up together with Naomi, Ernest, and of course Rory, all together before separating off into back to their different classrooms. Do I do it now or do I do it later?
So, like, he.
What does that mean?
What?
Continue. Bree was gonna say something.
So Ernest, like, kind of like walking around the halls. He's gonna like try to spot Rory.
You do.
She'd probably.
Is
go
Rory
to you
easy to
first.
spot, or is it like?
She'd
Oh,
probably
you would get to
find
me
you.
first.
Yeah.
He kind of goes like, "Oh, hey, Rory, did you get my letter?"
Yes. I don't fully know just yet.
Really? It's really late to be kind of unsure.
Yeah. Well, I am so.
I mean, we can
All
go.
what are you
right,
gonna
you
be?
do you,
I-
honey.
I could use the ideas. What are you being?
I'm Edward Scissorhands. He like does little like snips with his with two fingers.
I want to be a witch.
That's nice.
definitely not foreshadowing
Oh.
at all.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm joking. It's
I'll,
not.
thi- I'll
It,
think,
genu-
of,
it
I'll
genuinely
think of
is not.
something. Yeah, I'll think of something. Of course, if I don't have anything by then, I got an ace up my sleeve.
Yeah, we all know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking this question again to myself.
You stopping by the library today?
Why are we meeting there?
No, I was just asking if you were gonna go up there.
I might. So, I mean, I could do that, or I could just eat more of Jax's food.
That's
Or
always
do
a possibility. Wait, you're the one who's been eating his guacamole?
No, not that. That's been him.
Oh,
We all know how Jax loves his guacamole.
I fucking love my guacamole.
We hard cut to Jax's apartment where he's eating tortilla chips and guacamole. Then we hard cut back.
Jax just with regular Tostitos, with a jar of guacamole, just dipping it in. I fucking love guacamole.
And then we hard cut. Then we hard cut back to the
Hard-cutting
school.
somebody could write shit.
I mean, I'll stop by there.
Alright, well, if I see you over there, I'll see you there.
This does mean that you're going to the Halloween party on Halloween, right?
I don't see why I wouldn't.
Okay. Hey Ernest, do you think we can invite the adults? Do you think they would mind?
I don't think they would. I mean, especially a party maybe needed.
I mean, I don't know. After I saw the looks on, well, I can't really see Vance's face, but Alex especially. I mean, looks like something went down, but I can't tell.
Yeah, stuff that don't
Well, they
go
could
down.
they could use some time to make up then at the Halloween party.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're right. All right,
It
then
turns into the movie The Parent Trap.
Invite them separately.
invite them.
Have them meet.
All right. You guys hear the bell ring. And Naomi goes, ah, shit. Okay,
Oh no, be late.
bye,
Oh, no.
bye, Ernest. Bye, Ernest. Bye, Rory. And she just runs down the hallway.
Bye.
And there she goes.
See you around.
So
Rory.
would you want to skip this period?
Ernestina looks up. What?
Would you like to skip this period?
Why?
Just to do it? You need a reason?
Grades?
Nah. What's also, I'm hungry and I'm not gonna wait till lunch, so I'm going to. You're free to come if you'd like.
He thinks for a second. I don't normally do stuff like that.
Who do you choose? Do you choose the good student Naomi or the bad student Rory?
Rebel. Rebel.
Who do you choose, Ernest?
The dark side.
Do you choose the good studious girl or the badass?
Yeah.
Who do you choose, Ernest?
Oh man, he has thinks on it. I mean, it's chemistry.
Yeah, damn right it does.
I mean, I already do okay in chemistry. I don't want to get in trouble. Is there a way how I can not get in trouble and do this?
And that's up to you if you get caught or not.
Well, you're a senior. You don't have to worry about any of this.
Yeah?
Damn, he just goes suck to suck.
Yep.
Yeah,
Correct.
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna be a good student. I'm sorry, Rory. I would love to, but the last thing I need is, for one, my grades to drop. And for two, I'm already late today. I already took my time today.
You chose.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna call you a nerd though for the rest of the week.
Ernest pauses before he walks away.
Nerd.
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 Nerd. Nerd.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Nerd.
No,
See you
Nerd.
at the library, nerd.
Nerd.
Don't call me a nerd. Why would you even call me a nerd?
Because you're prioritizing your studies. That's, pretty much. You're
Exactly
a
what a
nerd,
nerd
to put it lightly.
Naomi peeks around the corner. Nerd. And then we comes around. No, she doesn't.
Naomi.
She doesn't do that. But it's really funny.
She would be the kind of person who's like, "Don't worry, I don't think you're a nerd." Before another student goes like, "That's because you're a nerd too, nerd."
No, I'm not. Stop. Whining and crying like a little baby, like a little nerd.
Little fucking nerd.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're bullying the nerd a bit too
I think
much.
we're gonna end that nerdy
As
scene
a bunch
here.
of nerds playing Monster of the Week.
Man,
I got
Calling
meta
can't
real
can't
fast.
can't be
What are you
can't be one of
talking
those.
about?
It can't be one of those. We're not like those people.
Nah, of course not.
Anyways, who wants to get sad once again?
Oh,
Damn
Anyways,
it.
not sad, but like we're gonna do a funny thing. We're gonna do this quick scene.
How funny is it gonna be?
Deadly.
oh.
Definitely funny.
Definitely
Wow.
funny. Because we're gonna go to a funeral.
Oh.
That's pretty funny.
Fuck's sake.
Listen, I haven't put the nail in the coffin yet.
No.
Anyways,
Oh, this is going so well.
Alex, you felt obligated as a PICD agent to go to this ceremony. It's a small ceremony. And while it did take some time to set up, the majority of the family was not really, of these families were not able to attend. But a few of them are. And it is cloudy this day. And how do you prepare to, you drive to the cemetery, you know where to go.
I was there to the cemetery. Yeah, I was helping set up all night.
Mhm.
So I don't think I had time to go back home, so I'm still in my uniform.
Okay. And eventually the ceremony takes place, and from the distance you can see a man walking up to the area.
Can I,
you go ahead.
can I actually add to this? Do you mind?
Oh, of course, I don't mind. Go
It's
ahead.
it's a small thing, but I just want to say that Vance would probably be watching from afar as well. Not directly like attending the funeral, but he would watch from a distance.
Okay. I'm nodding. All right. All right. I guess to make it easier, I think Alex doesn't see you just yet. For now.
I was gonna say that too.
And you recognize a man walk up to you, Alex, and that is Agent Vincent. He is here. On short notice too. He doesn't really he doesn't really leave the area that he's in most of the time. So to see him out here is not only a surprise, but it's like meeting him back at the museum where, oh, my boss is here. What do I do now? But I think you understand at this point why he's here. And
It's like,
good.
just the most dead eyes, really tired, stayed up all night, like I said, and he'll walk up to him and go, Vincent.
Rodriguez.
It shouldn't have happened like this.
Just hold your emotions a little while longer. And you,
Now I have a question.
Good.
This is me, player Ethan, talking. So, last mystery, there was red tape, correct?
Yes.
So, I got an improvement last suggestion, but I didn't have my character sheet, so I couldn't put it up. I have something called add a new resource tag for your agency or change a red tape tag.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the tag for last session was, one of them was secretive hierarchy. Can I use my improvement to change that and ask Vincent about the hierarchy? Since this all happened, it's clear to see that most of it was Helix. Can I change that to something else and see if I can ask him about Helix and stuff?
What'd you change it? What would you change it to?
No. What?
You'd have to change the red tag.
Mm-hmm.
Interdepartmental rivalry?
You know what? That's funny about that. That works perfectly well.
So is that a yes?
That is a yes, my friend. That is a yes.
You have a rival in your business of choice. I have a rival in my business of choice.
All right. So I've done that.
No.
No. I don't know what Vance is.
A beast.
His sexuality is mysterious.
He's a beast.
That's what it is.
Vincent.
It's Natalie.
I don't think you can tell me to shove this one off, push this one off my shoulder. This was Helix. I guarantee you, 100%. And he's getting a little louder, like stopping to be tired.
Rodriguez.
100%.
Rodriguez. Calm. Not in front of the families. Not now.
I guarantee you that double agent was hired by Helix. There's the only one who could have gotten someone in. Especially to the PICD. I mean, hell, the president doesn't even know we exist.
You're talking about Alex. Not Alex. Goodness. You're Alex. You're
Adam.
talking about Adam, right?
Yes.
I've done some research. He was a part of Helix Technologies at one point.
I knew it.
But that was because he was a resource to be added when we merged. The PICD and the Helix when we merged.
So, why'd he turn?
I don't think it was on purpose.
You think Helix had, I don't know, like an activation word, maybe chip in them or something?
We don't know how Helix works with their employees. All I know is that we don't ask questions, they don't ask questions. We work together, we get the job done.
When my job is to stop them from doing their job, I feel like we have a little bit of conflict of interest.
In this joint operation, it's a price that we'll have to pay. We need their technology. It's unmatched to anything that we have on our hands now.
They're controlling us, Vincent. They're not just lending us their toys. They're trying to take us over.
Alex, in the and not only in the distance, but behind Vincent, you see another car pull up. Another black. Not Alex. Oh goodness, Vincent pulled up in a unmarked black car, like most government agents do. There is another black, unmarked car that entered the lot. And in the distance, you can see what looks to be 2 bodyguards come out of this car and open the door to what looks to be a tall, darker-skinned individual wearing a suit and tie. And you can see him walk up. And as you are talking about this, you realize in the distance walking towards you and Agent Vincent is Dr. Farnsworth.
Would I know what he looks like? I've only talked to him on the phone.
You would know what he looks like. You would see him, like, he would be on the stage, like on a stage,
Okay.
like presenting, like, hey, I am Dr. Farnsworth. I am with Helix Technologies. Come to me. I will be overseeing some of the aspects of the PICD type of thing. So to have the 2 big dogs out here, Dr. Farnsworth and of course Agent Vincent, is something else. Probably something that you haven't seen before in a long, long time.
Speak of the devil.
You see Vincent turn to Dr. Farnsworth and goes, we'll talk later. And he goes and walks over to Dr. Farnsworth, to which they shake hands, and Agent Vincent guides him over to the funeral area and think where you pay your respects. And the funeral goes on from there. And Alex, when do you want to notice Vance?
I mean, I'd probably just be standing in the back. No, I'm not even sitting in one of the chairs, just standing with my arms crossed. So, probably out of force of habit from being an operator, he's probably scanning his surroundings, just making sure. And that's when you'd probably see him. Where are you, Vance?
He'd probably be standing. If there's a tree line, he'd be standing by that. He'd be watching from a distance. If the funeral's wrapping up, he might start to move his way over. You can see he has some white flowers in his hands.
Yeah, I'd just be listening to the eulogies and everything.
He wouldn't go over until it's like all done.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's still like if they're not fully done yet, you would see him off in the distance. But if they were done, he would be approaching. Either way, you would see he's holding white flowers.
I would say then, after the eulogies, Agent Vincent speaks, Dr. Farnsworth speaks. Agent Vincent speaks of the sacrifice that the PICD soldiers undertake every day to protect the civilians against protecting civilians from unknown variables, he calls it, to the civilians present and those that are not in the know. And that it was one of these unidentified variables that have taken the lives of these brave men and women. Dr. Farnsworth would go up and say how he also gives a similar speech talking about the sacrifices of the that humans must make to uproot the evil that you would need to get the job done. and how their lives will be forever immortalized. Their lives and names will be forever immortalized in that bravery and valor. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to my username.
Is Vincent off the stage while Farnsworth is giving his speech?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Can I go find him and tell him something?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'd walk up to him and, depending on how close we are to the stage, quietly go, "He speaks as if it's not his fault."
I think you honestly see Agent Vincent clench his jaw a little bit.
I can tell that from my peripheral, but I'm death staring Farnsworth right now.
Dr. Farnsworth seems way too calm for this.
Honestly, Alex is probably starting to gnash his teeth and clench his jaw too. And like, his arms still crossed, he's gonna like grip his arms, his biceps. It really upsets me that he's here. You could put these men's blood on his hands, and he's here saying they're heroes.
Rodriguez.
It's bull, I'm telling you.
Rodriguez. He says a little harshly. Not loudly, but harshly. Not yet. We'll talk later. But I agree with your sentiment. I don't like him here either. And the scene ends.
I want to kill him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip out Doc Farnsworth's nuts and smack him in the face with them.
And then,
And then some.
All right.
If we move to Vance, it's technically the same scene.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah. We're going to move to Vance, which is going to be technically the right scene. So we don't cut scenes. We cut perspectives to Vance. Eventually, the funeral does end. And everyone's setting up. Everyone's leaving. The families are going to bury the bodies. And as such, things are being collected and, cleaned up for the next funeral hosting. Anyways, continue.
As they would be lowered and the services would begin to end, as the families would likely move on to their wakes, Vance would begin to start walking slowly towards the site that the 4 young men were lowered into. Just quiet, contemplative. Once he would get there, he would move his Once he would get there, he would start placing these very small bundles of white flowers on the graves of each of the young men. Thank you for your service. And he give them a standing salute.
I should have
It
known.
won't be forgotten.
Alex is still there, crossing his arms.
He moves into a resting position. His head turns first before the rest of his body does. Then what?
Just about Adam. They're under me. I mean, I've been here how long? A while. I don't remember. But
That's not on you, man.
they're my team. I should have known.
There was nothing to know. He just switched hands.
Was there anything
know
to give it
it's-
away, Asher? Possibly? Or was he just like completely normal?
I don't know. Adam was a strange case. He was not an active participant in much to know enough about him.
Okay.
About the thing about traitors in your ranks, especially someone in your position, it's easy to try and find out what else you could have done and think of all the scenarios where you didn't let them on or you found out. It's never that easy. Don't blame yourself for this. This isn't on you.
It's hard. Because this isn't the first time.
First time someone's turned, or the first time that you've had men die on your...
He's been staring at the four graves the entire time, but once you say the last part of that sentence, he looks up at you with the same look that he gave you when you saw what you had done to Dr. Death.
He, as soon as he finishes that sentence, he would realize that he probably shouldn't. Like, he's wearing his mask, but you can still tell he visibly, like, recoils. Like, I shouldn't have said that. Not in that way.
Vance.
I'm sorry.
We've had rough patches before. I mean, you left the academy and everything. Kind of wanted to be your partner, but lately, it's felt like you've almost turned into a different man, Vance.
He's gonna turn back around towards the four graves, and he's going to begin to slowly sit down, just looking at them. I don't know if I'm going to be completely honest with you. A lot's been happening, and we've been dealing with more and more severe cases, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think there is any kind of case in my line of work that disgusts me more than when it's a person. A live human being who is incapable of simple empathy. It's always my weak point. Hunting monsters is one thing. They're usually beasts of some kind, whether they're mindless or tortured souls. One way or another, it's a little easier to understand their motives. People are different things. But I think it's been, 2-3 months since this group has come together? We have, what is it now, 3 different high school kids who are trying to do the job of adults, getting themselves and the people around them in more danger. It's mounting on me. It's making me act differently. kind of pauses for a moment before, still sitting down by the graves, he'll kind of turn his head back to you. I know I told you when we left that I wasn't going to regret that choice. And there's honestly two halves of me right now. One that thinks exactly as I was before, that I wasn't going to let that go, that I couldn't trust them in the hands of the police, the FBI, because of their connections to Helix. And yet, there's another side of me. There's the detective that it's my job to find answers and pick the right one. It's easy to come up with multiple answers, and I wasn't doing that. And that's not gonna stop what I did. He kind of turns his head back to the four graves.
Vance. Both of our lines of work, we see people like that all day, every day. Monsters, people who are deranged. We know them like the back of our hand. And I've been thinking about it. And you're starting to show signs of one.
He doesn't turn his head back to look at you. He just kind of puts his hand up to his, like where his mouth is, almost like he's thinking. Maybe they're wearing off on me. Can I ask you a favor? One friend to another.
He nods.
You see me do something like that again. Rush to a final conclusion. Show signs of abnormal aggression. Make hasty, irrational decisions. I want you to hold me to them. And really hold me to them. And he looks back at you. You getting me?
He'll take his eyes off the grave again and look at you. Don't make me shoot you, Vance. And I think
I'm not going to try to.
And after that, I think... Or, continue.
Yeah. I'm not going to try to. But... if there's anyone that I would need to keep me in line, it would be another professional in this work. I'm going to be doing a lot of thinking. Trying to see where I've been going wrong and what I need to do to fix it. It's easy when you're in this line of hunting monsters to not realize you're picking up their habits. I think this is a situation that's frankly a little too late to stop before anything bad happens, but I can at least stop it from getting worse. And if I can't, I know you can. Can I trust you with that?
He nods again.
He'll nod back at you and turn his head back to the four graves. I think I'll stay here for a bit.
All right. Rest easy, boys.
Thank you.
And he'll walk away.
That's great.
He'll spend a little while longer paying his respects to the brave young men who died in the line of duty. Before kind of standing up and walking back to his office. Would you mind, Asher, if it's okay and if it's okay with everyone else, would I be able to pick up the scene?
Yeah, go ahead. Pick up the scene.
Okay. I would say Vance, after watching the funeral from afar, paying his respects, he would return to his office. The blinds closed, just because this is the first time he's there without, this is the first time he's there without collapsing from exhaustion after a long day of getting stabbed and things like that, just small things like that. His blinds are closed. His, as usual, is a mess. And he'll walk in, close the door behind him, and lock it before moving over to his desk, sitting down and placing his firearm on the table. And he just kind of looks at it for a bit. It's silent for a while before there are moments where Vance will think of the situations going backwards. And first, he'll think of his most recent event with his vision as he closes his eyes for just the briefest moments, flashes to that moment when he pulls that trigger against someone who at the moment was not a combatant, which is something he's been trained against, and his eyes open up again, and he takes a deep breath before he blinks again, and he thinks back the Wendigo and his cold, heartless stare as he lit the prime Wendigo ablaze, watching it burn before calmly walking out. He looks at his firearm for a while longer, and he thinks about his actions in the past few weeks and is wondering how much of that was him just doing his job as a monster hunter, as someone who is keeping people safe from these beasts that are beyond our understanding, whether they're humanoid or whether they are truly monstrous. And he is wondering if it's him doing his job, or if after all these years of doing this on his own, now having to worry about protecting a large group of people that fight alongside him, which almost half of which are teenage kids. And he wonders if he's been picking up traits of the very things he's hunted. He'll stare for a little while longer before he'll move it out of the way. He'll put it in a drawer or something, and he's gonna grab his phone and he's gonna call Avark.
All right. You pull up the phone and you call Avark, as you stated. And the phone rings. And it continues to ring before it rings out.
Put the receiver down. Realizing it's not too far from Halloween when they originally agreed to meet. So she might just be in transit right now. He's not too worried about her at the moment. And if there was, capable of handling herself. But he'll just sit for a little while longer in this dark and messy office, just in silence, thinking about the last few months.
Okay. And with that, time for the Halloween festivities.
Yay!
All right.
baby.
Okay, so we had started
It's
with
Halloween!
we started with a funny scene, then a sad scene, then a funny scene, then a sad scene. Now back to the funny.
We going back to the
Alright.
funny.
Now,
This is where I watch my parents die, Raphael.
this is where I watch my parents.
Bummer.
That's Alex.
Poor buried.
That's Alex at the
Unfound.
that's Alex at the gravesite. This is where I watched my team die. This is where I watched
Coward
the team
bummer.
die. Coward bummer. Anyways, we're gonna skip some time here. We're gonna expedite the costume buying process. We are going to who is going and who is not.
Well, I am sure Naomi and Ernest would have begged and pleaded for Alex to go. So a little begrudgingly, after the events of what happened, he will go.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get Jackson on this too.
He'll show up.
Yeah. Party man.
Now, as like I said before, we'll expedite the process of getting costumes. So I'm gonna say right now, everyone who is going, who or what are you going as for the Halloween party?
Jax isn't doing much. He's just going to the, I don't know, fucking Halloween Express, I guess, and just going, now, what's a quick thing that I could do that's kind of spooky? Ah, skull mask.
Torch.
Perfect.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Ghost Rider.
I'm going as a pirate.
You're going as a pirate?
Yes, I've decided.
Okay.
I'm a skeleton biker.
like a ghost
Like
rider?
a pirate. Oh,
Like a ghost rider?
Like a Ghost Rider.
Maybe. Anyways, like a low effort pirate, or like
no,
a
like
full.
Pirates of the Caribbean pirate,
Oh, that's a lot. That's excessive.
like Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
All right, Alex is
Listen.
going as a pirate.
When I go in all in.
I think Naomi forced you to put all the excessive stuff on it.
Probably.
Ever is being also being dragged along as well. Naomi wants Ever
yes.
to experience the Halloween season, even though Ever has, it's called Hallows Eve, but
Yes,
it has
Ever
since
probably
changed.
went to Halloween parties in the 90s, the 1890s.
Back in my 90s.
Back in
Yeah, different
my-
night.
back in my 90s. Anyways, Naomi's going as a witch. Ernest has said earlier he's going as Edward Scissorhands. And we got to figure out what Rory and Ever are gonna do. Unless if
Do the
they-
kids have any suggestions?
I think Naomi,
Annabelle didn't come out yet, so that's not. I can't go for the obvious.
I think Naomi's having a hard time figuring out how to dress the doll up, because the doll is already a pretty good a pretty good costume, even though it's the actual thing.
Maybe a scarecrow.
I thought of something.
I like that.
Oh, give me yours.
I thought of something.
Could do the girl from The Ring.
No. You know what I thought of? Chucky.
No.
When did Chucky come out?
Chucky came out in like 90. Or actually, no, earlier than that, 89 or something.
Ooh. Child's Play 1. Came out in 88. 91 was Child's Play 3.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Actually, scarecrow works really well because putting hay in their sleeves wouldn't make ever itchy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that actually would work.
Oh.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I gotta put on some spooky Halloween music. Okay.
You don't even need the music on. What about you do the mash?
I already have that prepped. You guys are not at the party yet.
It's a graveyard smash.
Wait, we gotta play.
Huh?
No, we need to play. What? Talking in Your Sleep by the Romantics. Hey, hang on.
Could also do. I'm trying to think of. Every Breath You Take. That's the one.
Oh.
By the police, yeah.
Yep.
I'll be watching you.
Okay, well, we'll start with Every Breath You Take.
Yeah.
So, are we at the party?
Yeah, we can expedite that process too. Everyone's at the party who wants to go. And now the burning question is, I have two burning questions. Is Rory going as dog or actual costume? And also the other question is, of course, is Vance going or not?
I don't know. I don't think he would go, at the very least, I don't think he would go unprompted.
I'm going to prompt you.
Oh.
Roll trust your gut. It's roll plus weird. It's your weird.
You have to Google a dice roller.
Yeah, I don't have dice, so I have to roll a dice roller.
I'm gonna prompt you. Roll trust your gut.
Okay. Plus weird, you said?
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got a 10.
10. And I really wish I had trust your gut as a thing that was on me. Hold on. Where is it?
Brit.
What does trust your gut mean? Special moves. No. That's not the right one. Here it is. Trust your gut. What'd you roll?
10.
10? That keeper will tell you where you should go. Wherever that is, it'll be important. You get +1 on going on the way to this place. Yeah. You probably don't watch, but you hear the celebration of the Halloween season in the streets. And you think back to, of course, the fact that there is going to be a Halloween party. And knowing that there are 3 teenagers doing jobs that adults should be doing. They're probably having fun. But you also get the overwhelming sensation that in a weird way that it'll be important for you to go. And it may
You have a hunt.
I think I know what his hunch would be. I think how I'll describe his hunch is the idea that he wants to be human for a little while. He wants to relax for a moment in the festivities. Just even if he's not like actively like as energetic as some of the other people around him, just being in the presence of people might be better for him than brooding in his office. So he will make his way over, and just in case, he will grab a large stack of business cards,
There it is.
slide them in his breast pocket.
Okay.
That's what you
Nice.
give out during trick or treat.
Yep.
All
Right
right.
in the baskets.
Time for the festivities. Now this is a pretty big party. It stretches out from the gymnasium of the high school into the football field. It is massive because it has to fit the majority of the town, which, because of its massive size of the party, it can pretty much do that. But of course, everyone else has their own individual Halloween parties that they all go to, that they don't have to go to this one. But there's a lot of people nonetheless. But what they've set up is like a little fair almost. They have bobbing for apples. There are some like little tents like with like Halloween decorations. There is what looks to be, I'm going to give you a list of the things that are available as you guys, together or not together, enter the thing. Already, the first thing you can tell is that there's going to be a costume contest. I think there's already a ballot, pretty much. Not really a ballot, but like show us your costume. We'll take a picture of it. We'll put it on a board, and people will vote on that board. And, you know, whoever wins gets a prize, of course. There is, of course, a small miniature, like, haunted maze in the football field. That's pretty nice. Of course, there's bobbing for apples. The funny thing is, there looks to be a small tent that is a fortune-telling booth. Looks like it.
Oh.
As well as the sign below it that says tarot card readings.
The OGs know if you know.
Something sounds familiar.
And not only that, but there's like a funny thing like to the side that's called witch's brew testing or tasting, which is basically just like a little like ooh, what's in the drink? What does it taste like? Like, can you guess the flavor? That's pretty funny. And of course, there's like a bonfire.
Must be 21 or older to participate.
They're called tonics. Those ones are called the tonics. Where you got the potions for the little kids and then the tonics for the adults.
Potions and elixirs.
And elixirs. And then of course there is a giant bonfire to the side, like, you know, out of the way so it doesn't like catch anything on fire. But from there you can see a ton of people like surrounding it, and you know, it's a bonfire. It's pretty funny. You got people roasting marshmallows as well. Not only that, but there's of course the pumpkin carving station, where there's like rows of tables, all that have pumpkins on them. People choose them, go on and carve faces into it. That is just a taste of what you can enjoy here today. So, where do you guys begin?
I didn't realize I was muted. Did y'all hear what their costume was?
No.
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 Okay, fuck. But Rory just has a pair of very much fake wolf ears and tail.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Amazing.
Don't you guys get it? I'm a werewolf. But it's
Guys, look, I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon, guys.
Would it be fair to say
can
that?
you guess what I am?
A Mormon.
Actually, I have no idea.
Would it be fair to say that Alex probably drove Naomi, Ever, and Ernest, since they were all at the library, and
Probably.
Ever was born in the 1800s, and Ernest doesn't have his driver's license yet, and
Naomi does
it's
not
just
either.
and Naomi's little too. I forgot. Yeah. Well, what do you guys want to do first? Everything's on me tonight, so.
Everything.
Yes, Ernest, everything.
Huh.
And he says it in like in a genuine voice, like he doesn't sound sarcastic this time.
Let's grab drink. No.
Alex
No,
would
no.
probably be
we're
like, you know what?
fine for that.
Ernest is like thinking, I kind of want to check out that maze. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, well, if that's what everybody wants to do.
What's the an issue with it?
All right.
Ernest,
What?
as Ernest would like be getting ready, he'd feel a hand like quickly grab his shoulders. You'd
Fashionably
see
late as
Vance,
ever.
like you'd feel it for a second, and as you like jump, Vance would just lean down and go boom.
What is he
Is
going
the
as?
most dead.
What is Vance going as? He's going as Vance.
Understandable.
He's already wearing a mask. He's already got that covered.
I'm your local detective. If so, anyone asks what he is, he says, "I'm your local detective," and he hands. them
Speaking of
the
which, a guy walks up to you and is like, "Whoa, that's an interesting mask. What are you going as?"
I am going as your local detective, and he passes the business card.
Whoa, it's so authentic.
Might
And he
as well just
leaves.
be a fucking animatronic, dude. Like the ones that they always use for decorations. It's just-
Whoa,
Here, take a
it's,
map.
whoa, it's so authentic. And he leaves.
Yeah. Oh, I worked hard on this costume. Get the mask all right is a little bit of an annoyance.
Somebody walks
That's
up and
why.
asks if you're cosplaying that weird detective from Down the Road.
You're really dressing up as that weird dude? Got the thing with cards, dude. He got damn pat.
Sure, I've gotten so many from him. He's a real nice guy, though, once you get to know him.
I like your skull mask, Jax. Naomi would say.
Oh, thanks. It was like $3.
Still, you bothered to
Free
get it.
inflation
So
prices, everyone.
still, I'm glad you came along.
Thought it'd be a good way to, I don't know, settle after recent shit.
Man, you guys are bummers.
Alex is
Well,
gonna start.
Oh, come
Well-
on.
A bunch of people died, so I think they have the right.
Let's focus on other dead things, like those skeletons. And he points at like hanging like skeletons that are like on like a Halloween store. Wow, those are interesting decorations. Yeah.
So you guys thinking
Holy
about going
shit,
to the
that's
maze?
my fifth cousin,
Yeah, I was
Jimmy.
gonna say Alex is gonna start walking towards the maze, trying to like guide everybody.
All right. Now, I'm going to give you guys the experience of the maze, of the horror maze.
Vance will not go in the maze. He will watch. He will spectate.
All right.
Nerd.
Now,
Never will get lost in the maze.
this is
No.
indeed a horror maze.
Whoa.
I don't think I'm gonna have anybody roll anything because I don't know what you guys would be rolling for.
Act under pressure.
You know what?
Yeah.
Everyone in the maze, roll act under pressure, and I'll tell you for what if you fail or succeed.
All right.
Oh,
is
one fell.
very
Do I
low
reroll
pressure.
both?
I need you to
This is
succeed
low
so you
pressure,
can
but
complete
fucking we
it.
ball.
Asher, do I reroll both if one fell, or do I keep the one that didn't fall?
Well, do you want to use these or?
Just
Yeah.
just re-roll it if one of them falls.
Oh, Jax is fucking balling.
You know your-
That's an 11.
Is
Dang.
still,
Head.
well, yeah. Yeah.
I also got a 10.
I got a 5.
I got. Cool. Oh, that's lovely. I got a 3.
Aw,
Pretty
the
shitty
kids.
maze, not gonna lie.
You failed to the point. Rory failed to the point of not being scared by just being annoyed by how
Yeah, unattentive.
in it. Yeah, do it. Because how that was gonna go was that whoever succeeded, thought it not scary, and whoever failed thought it to be scary.
Nah, I've seen worse.
Exactly. So that the fact that the fact that Jax
still get
rolled
an
an 11,
experience
he was
If you
like,
fail this.
yeah, you still get experience if you fail this. Mark
Mark
experience.
experience.
Pretty much free. Yeah, it's free experience, guys.
Damn. Nah, it's funnier to have Ever just be deadpan at everything.
Yeah.
And then she pretends to be scared just to be polite.
Like someone will like jump out at her. It'll be like 3 full seconds of silence before she just goes. "Eh."
It's like Kinger from.
She, like,
It's
looks
not
from-
even like a proper scream because she can't be that loud. It's
It's
just,
like,
ah!
it's like Kinger from the Amazing Digital Circus. Just blinks.
That's horrible.
Not actually like screaming.
Yeah.
I don't think she's capable of being loud.
My
Yeah,
voice,
she
my
hasn't had a
Like
reason.
physically.
What would you call that? Her vocal cords? I wouldn't say.
Voice
Does she
box.
have both? I don't know if she
I
has.
call,
Music
I call it.
box.
I call it a voice box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her voice box.
Voice
has-
synthesis box.
Synthesis. With the PTSD. Honestly, I think what kind of scares you guys the most is that they added a fog machine to this
Oh.
this maze, and that's sort of that's if whoever failed it makes more sense to be more afraid of being PTSD ridden instead of afraid.
Damn.
I've learned
Whereas-
to trauma block.
Whereas Rory watched as Vance gets surrounded by gas and she can't push down the door to get to him.
Oh yeah, that's why Ernest is fucking terrified.
That's why Ernest is terrified as well. I think that fits
I'll hold his
narratively.
Oh,
So
it's adorable.
so we have Ever, who does not get scared by anything, then Ernest, who's getting scared by everything. Anyways, overall, the maze was not that good. They could have done better.
Honestly, 4 out of 10.
Alex would get out and look at everybody. I mean, could have been better in my opinion. What about you all?
I would have asked my money back if I paid it for it.
Same.
Ernest is holding Ever's hand. I didn't like it.
Well, we don't have to go back.
We can go around it, Ernest. We don't have to go back through.
Okay.
How about we go carve a pumpkin, Ernest?
Yeah.
That much of a pussy.
You're literally cowering. I was trying to be nice. You're...
No, he just kind of goes like, I'm okay. I'm okay now. Don't worry. You think
Okay,
I'm that
well.
much of a bitch?
I'm gonna go to that brewery or whatever it is and get myself a drink. You all have fun. That's where I'll be.
I won't. Whether that's the best of.
I'm glad you're clarifying that you won't go with me.
Yeah. But sticks his thumb up.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Alright.
I kind of want Vance to I kind of want to do Vance's fortunes.
Okay. All right.
I want him to almost go in almost be being almost overly dramatic.
Mhm.
What kind of way?
Like he's gonna sit he'll go in normally, and poke his head in. Who's running the stand?
This will be I'm gonna do a funny thing. A middle-aged, not really middle-aged, but like a older than middle-aged 40-year-old
Mm-hmm.
woman with on the older-looking side.
In her
With some,
40s?
On her older-looking 40s side, I'm not sure how to
Close to
describe it
50.
anymore. It's pretty much, and she has darker skin. She has the sash that has these looks to be like spiders woven into the sash there. These curly hairs, and she sits just almost half expecting you. Like, you can tell when some things are bogus and something isn't. It's like she's trying to put on the act of, I knew you would come for your fortune to be told.
When he sits down, he's like, "You gotta help me. I gotta know. I gotta know.
Well, the
I
cards
gotta know my
see,
love life will be like in
the
13
cards,
years.
The
exactly.
cards see all.
The cards will tell.
The cards,
Your
the cards,
past,
the cards.
present, and the future as well.
Anyways, so you actually do. Do you want your fortune read?
Yes.
Okay.
More than anything, he kind of wants to just kind of see where it goes.
Okay. I went to a random tarot generator card generator.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can fail to. Luckily, they have we're gonna do major arcana only because that's easier to understand. And I like the broadness of it, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. Vance, you sit down, and of course, she introduces herself as Lucille, and
Yeah.
she talks
Couple
about
gasps. I knew who it was due to Bree's reaction live, but I heard a couple gasps out of the name drop.
and she describes herself as a passerby, just traveling towns, and will, of course, for a small fee, read you your fortune, which you do pay because you're curious,
Anything.
and being overdramatic as well. But she's also overdramatic, so there's like an overdramatic face-off.
Oh my god, this is awesome. This is exactly the kind of energy that this feeds off of.
Over dramatic square.
All right, and she places over the first card and goes, "This is your past." Oh goodness! Oh no! Oh boy! Hold on, I gotta read what this means.
Oh boy, what'd you get?
Vance, you're screwed.
Your first
already
card is the death card.
Oh,
That's actually not bad. Death
Not
isn't
bad,
bad.
actually.
It was an upright.
Funnily enough, death is one of the more chill cards. It's just change,
It
Yeah,
means
permanent
change.
transformation, endings, transition, cycle of life and death.
which fits very well actually, considering him leaving his leaving his line of work to pursue his own. That's a pretty big change.
Then Lucille flips over the second card. And it's the upright the fool. Meaning beginning, fresh start, following your bliss, start of a spiritual quest, innocence and lack of knowledge or wisdom. Leaving what looks to be your past life in going into a fresh start, a beginning where you are now. Meeting with new people. This is a new group. This is the first time you ventured like this. Then finally your future. Okay, well, that's not it.
By the way, I will say too, by the time he's getting to the future, his like almost sarcastic, overly dramatic attitude has almost shifted towards way more genuine intrigue. As he's like actually like really anticipating what the next card is gonna be.
And this future card is the Hermit.
Ooh.
An upright hermit, meaning contemplation, solitude, search for truth, inner guidance, meditation, and enlightenment.
Huh.
Huh.
That's an interesting set of random cards to pull.
Do you feel enlightened at this current revelation?
Not enlightened, but it's a good step.
It's a great
He still
step
has other
towards
things
your
that he definitely needs to think about. But this is a good start.
feeling perpetually unnerved by the idea of this being pretty accurate, even though they're just vague ideas. You leave that spot there. You leave that tent a little perplexed than usual, and you sort of run into someone. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, and it's not her. You run into a duo, actually. And that is... You see, walking side by side, you nearly run into them, exiting this tent, is Andrew Gallagher. Andrew Gallagher or Callahan? I forgot. What's his name? Andrew, our funny...
Integrity
Interrogations.
Yeah,
It was
Callahan.
Andrew Callahan. yeah.
Andrew Callahan of Integrity Investigations, walking with and laughing with Abigail Dunst.
Yes.
Romance.
The drama.
Oh,
And Abigail stops like a little bit and goes, "Hey Vance, how's it going?"
I have two options. Do I be honest, or do I lie out of my ass and act like I have no idea who the fuck Vance is? I just dressed as that weird-looking detective. What do I choose here?
What would Vance do?
I didn't expect for you to actually show up, Andrew would say.
He would. Okay, he'd be honest. I think. It's only once a year this kind of stuff happens. Might as well take a look around.
So you
Glad
and
to see you
Abigail
seem
have
to be
been
enjoying your time, though.
yeah, I mean, I didn't know that. I mean, I guess it makes more sense that you being the first private detective here would be in contact with the police chief, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
And then Abigail Dunst just goes, "Look, I mean, that's just his job. That's also your job, but yeah, we didn't. I didn't expect you to be here though. So you've met Andrew then as well, then, yeah?
Of course. Right across the street from me, actually.
Oh, that's good then. Well,
Convenient for you.
a little bit. We Andrew and I go a little way back actually. So
Ooh.
it was interesting seeing him here, and so we just already got talking, and well, we're here now. Andrew's like, I mean, I just found it fun to be enjoying a nice talk with someone whom I've met before, and well, I guess we're here. I'm not sure what else to do.
Well, I hope you two have a wonderful time.
Are you alright, Vance? Andrew would say.
Yeah, I am. Why?
He sort of stares at you for a few seconds, studying your mask. Nah, nothing. Just, just curious, It's been a while since we've talked.
Oh, there's no equivalent to an insight check, but I want to use my detective sense to tell what's going through his mind right now.
You can make assumptions unless you have an ever nearby you to gauge someone is see if someone is lying.
Can I trust my gut?
I think you can only use that to go someplace.
Well,
In theory, you could go to a conclusion.
I'd want to dig into his brain a little bit more, but I can't do that. So.
All right. Well,
Well,
go ahead.
Well, either way, I'm probably going to continue walking around. I hope you two enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you too. And,
Though, he'll hold up an index finger. I have one very important question I need to ask.
and what's that?
So are you two like a thing, or he says very like
They both
like
kinda
teasingly.
laugh. They both kind of laugh a little bit. It's like, well, it used to be.
Oh,
We were dating in college.
We were kindling the coals, aren't we?
Well, no, it's just we dated in college, and of course, my life split off. She had other things to do. I had to move. It was all just, seeing her again was quite a refreshing type of thing right now. So glad to be working with her again. But unfortunately, that boat has sailed.
all right. Just curious. Forgive my intruding question. I genuinely was just curious.
Listen, you're not embarrassing anybody here.
Can I look over at Abigail, who hasn't spoken yet? Is she embarrassed?
A little bit.
That's fair.
She keeps her cards close to her chest mainly, and
He's been around her a while though. He would pick up on some of those
yeah.
little habits.
But she's okay with it. But it's like you didn't have to go to that much detail on it.
Yeah, that's fair. He did overtell a little bit, but either way, it was brief. And they did a good. Yeah, it was a fling, at least so far from what he's hearing. Well, either way, glad you two got to meet up again. Hope you guys catch up. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Kind of looking around the area, trying to pick what next activity to do.
What would Jax want to do? What would be like? How is everyone else doing?
Shit, that's a good question.
Watching you.
Are we mashing to the monsters?
The monster mash.
I'm trying to think what Jax would do.
I mean, there's alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a brewery.
Here, I can relist the things.
I will get alcohol.
That's where I am.
All right. And you guys, it's literally just the drink station. That's all that is. So there's not really much to do at it other than get drinks and be a little tipsy as you guys walk around. And as you guys can tell on the speakers, they are playing Monster Mash, and immediately you can tell where there's like an open space, they're having a Monster Mash dance-off.
Oh.
Do the monster bash. Do the mash.
There's a graveyard bash.
Jax could bash some graves.
Yeah, he could.
He could.
Pushes the two teenagers that very much have a crush on each other into the dance competition.
Rory's just gonna watch and silently make fun of some of them. She ain't joining that.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. So far we have three things that are happening. I think everyone's just enjoying their time. I think everyone's their fortune red, I think. So we'll quickly.
Yes.
That'll be interesting.
We can quickly.
Yes.
We can quickly.
More like
Very
Morgan
strange.
wants Ever's fortune red.
Okay.
I'm actually curious how you're gonna try and read the soul of.
Something that doesn't have a soul. Well, we don't know that.
Well, she
Something
does.
that's got a music box, yeah.
Oh, apparently.
She said
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, you go
And
in.
also
I'm not
we know
gonna.
that
I'm not gonna
Adam
go
Focus.
through. I'm not gonna go through the theatrics again. It's
Yes.
just gonna be.
Give me my card.
We all know who this is. The first card. I'm gonna read this. What this means, because I did not know this card existed. Is the world.
Oh.
It's an upright the world, which means completion, travel, accomplishment, rebirth, victory, going to the next level, fulfillment. This was in your past.
Rebirth?
Yeah.
Rebirth fits well.
Yeah.
And then the middle is the Emperor. An upright the Emperor, which means divine masculine, authority, structure, control, father figure, protection, sovereignty, loving husband, superiority.
Oh.
Interesting choice.
I think
Okay.
that's
really
fine. And then there's the Magician, upright, which is manifestation, working with the arcanes, personal power, connection to the elements, strength of will.
Do I get magic shit? Hell yeah.
What do
You
you-
are magic shit.
What are you talking about? You
That is
are
true.
run off of magic.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I haven't really tried to do magic yet. Probably good.
I don't know. These cards are kind of weird. Do you want to reshuffle?
Yes.
All right, we're reshuffling.
That was
Ever
a free-
has
you
not
paid for a
spent a
second one.
single cent
Yeah.
of the $1,500 that she's been given.
All 1,500 are gonna go for tarot cards.
Okay. The first. Okay, this is interesting. The first card is Judgment. Meaning it's upright, meaning judgment, inner calling, destiny, fate, renewal, karma, future reality, and rebirth as well.
What the fuck? That fits so well.
What?
What the fuck?
Okay, this one. Okay, this next one actually fits great because it's the Empress, divine feminine,
Yay!
fertility, birth, creativity, the power of nature, feminine power.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
No, women.
then okay, the High Priestess, inner knowledge, sacred
Oh.
feminine, lunar energy, feminine manifestation, intuition, and subconscious mind.
I get to learn more about Ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds good. Let's go with the second round.
Okay, good.
Ever finds this very interesting and graciously.
Again.
Deal.
Do you want to go through it again?
No.
Who else wants
I
their
think
cards
this is
read now
good.
that we're here?
Yeah. Alex
Yeah,
is gonna go to the group and go while he's sipping on his mug that's like fogging over with dry ice or whatever's in it. I think Vance and Everett got their fortunes read. You guys want to go over and then get yours?
No.
All right. Naomi, Ernest, Jax.
You should try it, Jax.
What?
Yeah, Jax, you should try it.
You're a bit of a
Yeah.
wild card.
Go ahead, Jax. I'll pat you on the shoulder.
Nah, screw it, why not? There's something to do.
I'll pay for it. Don't worry.
Nah, you don't need to do that.
All right.
Well, I'm following him in because I want to see too.
Okay. Jax. I'm gonna screw the theatrics. We all know that Lucille is here. She's having fun, that she's having a lot of customers.
How much is a tarot reading?
I don't know how much our tarot reading is normally.
I don't know. $40.
It depends on
This
how
is an expensive
long
tarot
it
reading.
takes.
Well, we'll say it's cheaper, on the cheaper side, because it's a small party. So I'd say 15 per person.
That's not bad.
$5 per card. Anyways.
Okay. Yep, makes sense.
Anyways, the first card. Okay, that's funny. High priestess. Inner knowledge, sacred feminine, lunar energy.
You know,
Feminine
all
manifestation, intuition, and subconscious mind.
feminine is not the first thing I think
Subconscious
of when I think of Jax.
Real?
Okay, this the second card is judgment.
Ooh.
Oh.
Inner calling, destiny, fate, renewal, karma, future reality, and birth. Then the last card. Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. If I know what this
Oh
is.
shit.
Temperance, moderation, spiritual transformation, alchemical transmutation, patience, balance, divine communication.
Jax, you're pretty patient, huh? I'm nudging you on the shoulder.
No, you're getting it wrong. This is his future card.
Oh,
That's the future card.
Bro's gonna get anger
Huh.
management classes.
Well,
Congratulations, he needs that.
By God, because it's divine communication.
well, I guess I need to go to therapy soon enough.
It's
I
actually,
think you can stick to just hitting.
You know
things,
what?
Jax.
Speaking of which, I think all of us can use a bit of therapy.
Well,
Fine.
What do you mean? Rory is completely fine.
I'm doing perfectly well.
Jax, who needs therapy? When and before he can even finish his sentence, he's gonna finish off his entire mug. It's like those wooden mugs of ale or whatever's in it. The alcoholic drink, whatever's in it.
the elixir. The elixir.
Damn
I'm
it.
some kind of cider right now.
You know what? That is a better therapist. You're right, Alex.
It helps. Trust me.
That's not fair.
Alcoholism.
I thought you told me Alex doesn't
Follow
drink.
his example, kids.
Did I?
It's fine.
Well, maybe this is why.
This is fun. This is why.
This is it breaks character for a second. It's fine.
And
Probably.
speaking of, anyway, well, I ran out. I'm gonna go get another one.
Oh wait, could I get some money to get my my research, my fortune done?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
reaching into his pocket and hands you probably like $50.
50?
Uh-huh.
For
And then he's
other-
gonna go back to the what was it called?
The witch's brew.
The witch's brew.
All right.
All right.
So Ernest is getting his tarot
Yes.
cards read. Okay.
Gimme.
All right. First card. Oh no. I read this earlier. Actually, oh no, that's the problem. Because I can't tell if it's upright or reversed. And it's kind of funny. It's called Wheel of Fortune.
Oh.
But because I can't
Oh.
tell if it's reversed or upright, I'm gonna read all of it. On the upright side,
Are you able to share your screen for a sec?
The like Sphinx thing is on
yeah,
top.
I could. But I already clicked on the rest of the cards, so I can't show you those just yet.
I can.
No, like seriously, like it looks like the same on both sides.
Oh.
That's the point. I think that's the point of it being Wheel of Fortune, because it's literally random chance. Because mainly Wheel of Fortune is about good luck, change, cycles, fate, karma, and destiny. Reversed is bad luck, clinging to the past, season of issues, karma.
Oh.
So I think it fits perfectly that I can't tell if it's upright or reversed. Anyways, second card is Temperance. Right side up. Moderation, spiritual transformation, alchemical transmutation, patience, balance, and divine communication. That's happening now. And then, of course, the last one is the Emperor. Divine masculine, authority, structure, control, father figure, protection, sovereignty, loving husband, superiority.
I'm
You're gonna be a loving husband. Congratulations.
Naomi will be happy.
Do it!
Yes, Naomi will be very happy.
Is Vance there when he says that?
No, he wouldn't be in the booth with you, but
Damn.
if he was, he would.
I think Naomi would also get.
He would say it very quietly though, as so she wouldn't hear.
Naomi would get her tarot cards read. And all right, first card for her is Temperance again in the past. Moderation, spiritual transformation, alchemical transmutation, patience, balance, divine communication. In the future, in the present, it's the Empress. Divine feminine, fertility, birth, creativity, the power of nature, feminine power. And then the last one is the Hierophant, meaning upholding tradition, conformity, religious wisdom, legal matters, official ruling, commitment, and beliefs. She sort of nods after getting her.
You're gonna go to church.
Oh, you guys have no idea. Anyways,
No. What does that mean?
I'm just saying it randomly pulled this, and I was like, man, this is accurate. That's why Naomi just nods and goes, all right. I mean, I don't know what this means, but all right. And as any other like final like things you guys want to do, just like something small before I do something else.
Well, Alex is currently doing the mash so hard he has a whole group of people surrounding him, cheering him on.
Mash it, boy, mash it!
He's got the biggest smile on his face, and he's doing the monster mash as hard as he can, cheering people on and everything. Almost, Vance, you would definitely notice the very, very quick change in demeanor from earlier today.
The drinks are getting to him.
Mash. This was a monster mash.
Alcohol is a magical substance.
Hey, Ernest.
He looks down to like the teenagers. Don't listen to what I just said.
I mean, here's the thing.
No.
He's the one who drove us here.
Oh no.
That's true. I didn't think about that, but that's good because I don't think Alex would have been thinking about that either.
Hey, Ernest.
I mean, but hey, as long as he's happy, and I know my way around Galloway, so I could get back home fine.
Can you drive?
Is he happy?
Temporarily. And that's what matters.
Momentarily.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to do one more thing before I do something. A little while before, maybe after Vance was talking with after they talked and left. Vance, someone finally comes. And you can see them. They're walking right towards you.
He'd kind of be like looking at everyone and kind of talk to them, but he'd look up and stop his sentence as he'd kind of look up. Hold on. I'll be back in a minute. I'll start walking towards her.
Vance.
Avark?
Her silver,
Enjoying the festivities?
dark masks reflecting of the bonfire in the back. as you notice that she is holding a cane.
Okay.
Dr. House?
Is she using it as support or using it as fashion?
She's holding it like fashion right now. Because she's standing
Okay.
still.
Alright. But would I know if she would be using this for one or the other?
You have no idea yet. We'll
Okay.
wait and see. I half expected you to be in a place like this at this time.
What was the other half of you expecting?
That you'd be alone in your office.
You think so little of me, I'm wounded.
Why do you think I checked this place first?
Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
Either way, we need to talk. And more than that, I need your help.
This about the subject
A matter in which we shall not speak
that we
of
talked
in
about on the
public?
phone.
Yes.
Had a feeling.
It will require your full
Alright.
attention, including your time.
Okay.
Follow me. And she turns, and using the staff, or not the staff, the what's it called?
Okay.
Cane. She uses it to walk forward. As if scanning the area with her cane. As she steps out of the crowd.
Alright.
What do you do?
I'll follow her.
Okay. Vance, you follow her. And she speaks to you as they are no longer out of earshot of the crowd as they're walking, as she walks, and says, I have a plane ready to take off at a moment's notice. You have at least 30 minutes to gather your things before we leave.
That is fast.
I come prepared.
Can't even let me finish. Can't even let me finish the celebrations.
I'm afraid something as small as this does not compare to the large problem that we are facing.
He does look disappointed, but he understands. He's like, alright. Alright.
Though you are not returning, we will pay you for your service.
Well, that's always a bonus.
And Vance, you walk with Avark. And as the time rolls by, everyone back at the celebration, you guys are, it's been 30 minutes, maybe more. It's almost, it's October 31st. And it's nearly, you guys are partying, doing whatever, enjoying the festivities. It is almost, I hear an echo. Anyways. You guys are enjoying the festivities and overall having a grand old time. And it's nearly close to, it's getting pretty late. It's almost midnight. And Sorry, Alex. You're drunk.
A little tipsy.
Sorry, Alex, you're drunk.
I'm a little tipsy.
Ernest. You're walking, and you are walking, and you're just walking down the like moving around, trying to just find some place to. I think you were looking for Naomi. She ran off to do something, and as you are walking, you bump into someone accidentally, like just a glancing blow as you push past people, and
Yeah, sorry.
sorry about that. And you feel a chill. You recognize this voice. And you quickly turn to see a man with a half porcelain mask cracked at the phrase and a large smile, but he looks to be wearing a hood almost. You can't really see the rest of his face other than this smile. And he says, "Enjoy the festivities," as he walks away, and you try to, he disappears into the crowd as you try turning your head fully to find that the crowd is just too thick here. And Ernest, I need you to roll hunches for me, please.
Whoa.
Hunchies. That's yeah.
Give me 2 of them.
Do you press the button?
I'll press the button, yeah.
Say your rules, not mine.
Please be good. Please be good.
Just click.
I gotta look at my stats. And I'm also trying to not brace. What's the word? Procrastinate. So I don't want this to roll bad. I need to know what this man is up to. Hunches. Plus sharp. It's a +2. Gotta be a smart boy. Be smart, Ernest, please. Good. Ooh, 10 + 2. Unnatural 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you feel... I think you feel it before anyone else is, and I think you sense it first. It's this light vibration. And I think you're just holding a cup of water, maybe. Probably thirsty. And this vibration becomes more evident. Especially as you look down at your cup. The water is moving when you're not. Then you feel it. There is a rumbling.
What the fuck is happening?
A deep rumbling. As the ground creaks and groans. And everyone can feel it. Everyone is shaking. The ground is shaking. There is an earthquake. The tense thing, people are falling over. This is massive. And you feel the ground creak and groan as you hear this loud these loud crashing sounds. I can't really make it because my throat is closed up. And you hear these loud crashes and thunder booms from the sky, and from the distant mountains you can hear a loud crack as the ground below you shakes, and you can see in the distance the building of the school begin to crack and fall out under the weights. The ground is breaking apart. There is an earthquake. There is an earthquake in Colorado, and that's where we'll end this session.
Not again! I just recovered.
Could the city stay safe for 5
Bad enough
seconds?
to break the school?
Can't get a fucking break.
Well, it's definitely
We
enough
could
to
take
slap
a
Alex out of
vacation.
the-
Listen, I know I'm gonna get paid leave for this, but fuck, I can't even get a vacation.
So does this mean I don't have to go to school tomorrow?
Probably.
I guess I should have.
Fucking up.
I guess I should have added this next thing, which was final, which I'm gonna add now. I'm gonna add this now because this was supposed to go on as this was happening. Our vision goes back to the terminal in the lab underneath the train yard.
Oh.
5,
Did it?
4,
Oh shit.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
And then we'll end.
Hey, wait. Hey, Asher.
What's up?
Oh
What time is it in game? Is it midnight?
It's midnight.
it's
No.
no. Fuck! Shit.